A young boy escapes from vegan parents. He was malnourished and weighed only 65 pounds at 13 years old. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, bringing you the obvious. And today, on Inquisitor.com. So, a severely malnourished Ohio boy forced into a vegan diet escapes home, parents charged with neglect. The 13-year-old boy weighed just 65 pounds now. I've spoken about veganism in the past. I believe it is a cult. If you listen to vegans talk about their diet, talk about their lifestyle, they have an air of superiority. They think they're better than you because they eat vegetables. However, here's the thing. Humans are omnivores. We're not meant to just eat vegetables. And there are many vitamins and nutrients that we need and much more easily obtain from meat, fish, all sorts of animal products. Humans are omnivores. Even chimps aren't vegans. Chimps eat meat. Heck, they'll even eat other chimps. Did you know that even deer and cows occasionally will scoop up small birds and eat them for a little bit of extra protein? Even nature thinks vegans are wrong. Now, for those of you new to the channel, this channel is completely demonetized. That means it's ad-free. If you want to support me, check out the links down below to my Patreon or Subscribestar page. Sharing the video also helps. All support is appreciated. So this article is by Aaron Homer. A severely malnourished Ohio boy escaped from his parents' homes and managed to find help, and now his father and stepmother have been charged with a host of felonies. The Bucharest Telegraph forum reports the 13-year-old boy, who weighed only 65 pounds, had been forced to adhere to a strict vegan diet, authorities allege. So the only thing worse than a vegan is a vegan who forces his lifestyle on other people, much less a child. Children require immense amounts of nutrients and calories to grow. Not to mention vegans that try to make their pets vegan, like dogs or cats, who are mostly, almost completely carnivores. It is sick. It is a sickness. It is a cult. Not only are you not stronger for being a vegan, most likely you are weaker. The boy, whose name has not been provided, somehow managed to escape his family's home in Crestline and make his way to Galion, a few miles away. So he escaped. He literally ran away because he was tired of being starved to death. Why he chose to go to Galion is not clear. Also not clear is what happened once he got to Galion, including who found him, who he may have asked for help, or other circumstances of his rescue. What is known, however, is that the boy was so sick that he had to be taken to a Columbus hospital. He's being treated for failure to thrive, severe malnutrition, and refeeding syndrome, and is expected to be there for at least 3 weeks. Jesus. They really messed this kid up. He's probably going to have his growth stunted for life, his intelligence stunted for life. This boy will be stunted for life because he had the unluckiness, the curse of being spawned by vegans. And I don't even know if they were vegans. Maybe they were just forcing him on a vegan diet as torture. Maybe they knew. Oh Lord, a lifetime of alleged neglect. Alleged! If a boy weighs 60 pounds... at 13, 65 pounds, however much it was. That is not alleged. That is proof in the pudding. Back in Crestline, his father, John Miller, and his stepmother, Katrina Miller, were arrested and charged with multiple felonies. Good, I hope they suffer. I mean, it's one of the most evil things you could do. Honestly, authorities say that the boy had a childhood cancer when he was an infant, but that his caretakers did not provide follow-up care for him. Children's hospital officials say that, in the case of childhood cancer, periodic follow-up care is required to make sure the cancer hasn't come back. The boy allegedly never got that. So it kind of sounds like these parents, who I can't call them parents because really they're evil people who deserve the worst life has to offer. In fact, I believe we should send criminals like this out into the ocean. I think they wanted him to die. I think they were mad when he didn't die of cancer, and I think that they were torturing him ever since. Further, the boy was homeschooled, and the only time he was seen outside the home was when his family took him to church, and they were religious. I'm sorry, but so many of these child neglect stories include people who are religious. And I'm sorry, but religion is another cult. You really trust things written by men. You really trust the words of men. You really trust books that have been edited so many times. Look, I'm sorry, but I've studied occult texts. And with the help of friends and with the help of some common sense, it's obvious that occult texts are nothing more than brainwashing, circular logic, repetition, psychological conditioning, and basically bullshit. They are lies. They are memes, mimetic. Viruses meant to imprint on your brain and spread, usually for the purposes of gathering money and power. Hello, the Vatican. Hello, tithing. Hello, praying 5 or 4 times a day or whatever they do. You ever wonder why the books have such specific instructions and why people who are religious also often want to convert others? It's almost as if they're in a cult. Now, I don't say this to disparage anyone. You can have your beliefs. It does not bother me. However, what does bother me is not telling the truth. And this is the truth. This is a red pill. It's up to you whether you take it. The boy was ashamed at how thin and malnourished he was, authorities say, and would wear layers of clothes to hide how thin he was. Lord, oh Lord. The reason the boy was so malnourished, police say, is because his parents forced him to adhere to a strict vegan diet. Specifically, police allege that the boy was allowed to eat only almonds, bananas, and grapes. Oh my God. So, here's the thing. If you're looking at a slab of steak and a bunch of vegetables and fruits and whatnot, in order to get the same amount of calories and nutrition, you have to eat, a shit ton of vegan food that you can get from a steak. You see, veganism is highly inefficient. Meat is highly efficient. That is why most more intelligent animals, we'll say, tend to be carnivores, tend to be hunters, because it's a more efficient energy source. This kid was probably only being given a little bit of almonds, maybe a banana, and some grapes. That is not enough energy. That is far less energy than even a small serving of steak, and was given only 30 minutes to eat everything. If he failed, his father allegedly beat him. Further, authorities say the boy was kept under surveillance to make sure he didn't eat anything he wasn't allowed to. So, this is severe mental illness. This is severe evil. I think his parents should be forced to suffer. See, this is why I'm a proponent of eye for an eye. I think the punishment should be equal to the crime. Now, I know there are some ethical dilemmas, but I think that can be fixed with a little bit of logic. You wouldn't punish an innocent person, but an eye for an eye would work perfectly in this case. I say these people should be starved. They should be forced only to eat a handful of almonds, bananas, and grapes, and sentenced to death through this method, through their own method. And they should be beaten when they do not comply. That would be justice. There is no justice when justice is blind, but that is just my opinion. Katrina Miller has been indicted by a Crawford County grand jury on 1 count of kidnapping, 1 count of felonious assault, 2 felony counts of child endangerment, and a first-degree misdemeanor count of child endangerment. John Miller has been charged with the same crimes, as well as first-degree misdemeanor charge of domestic violence. This is not the first time that a child's parents were brought in before a court because they fed their children a vegan diet. In May, as reported at the time by The Inquisitor, an Australian couple was charged with a host of crimes related to their 3-year-old daughter's reported malnourishment from being fed a strict vegan diet. And that's the story. It's sickening to hear. It's really sad to hear stories like these. And what's sad is there's way too many stories like these. Way too many. It's a similar pattern. It happens every single time. And honestly, it's just sad. It's just really sad. I'm disgusted, and this is why I will speak out against veganism at every turn. Innocent people and pets are suffering, all because people think their vegetables hold magical powers. Well, I'm sorry, they don't. They're a great addition to a healthy diet. However, a healthy diet includes eating everything under the sun. Fish, meat, animal products, and vegetables and fruits. And almonds are good too. But the thing here is that your diet is balanced, like everything should be. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? What do you think about this malnourished boy? And what do you think about vegan diets? Be sure to let me know. As always, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar for as low as $1. Doing so will get you access to Fight Club, a private Discord server. Sharing videos you enjoy or think are important by posting them on social media also helps. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.